welcome back to my channel. I'm Kumarai Fang, and, well, I got my worst songs list of 2015 out of the way, and in regards to 2015's music, wow! What a year! I had a hard time picking out the worst songs, but I had an even harder time picking the best songs because I found too many of them. There were so many, in fact, I ended up extending the list 3 times this year. That's insane! I could continue to describe the awesomeness of this year, but I'd much rather just dive into the music. We're counting down! Where's the last guardian? Where's the last guardian? My top 20 best songs of 2015. Number 20. Till the end. In the past year, Crystallian, one of the bands featured on my web series, have become a duo and made a move to improve their sound. And where Till the End made some genuine strides forward, its sticking point with me has always been how stiff it all felt throughout the entire song. Not that I blame the guys for this approach. They only have one EP out and they don't want to alienate their fan base. But a song about them not giving up on their dreams should be going all out. At least, I'd like to think so. And how ironic. The first entry on this list just so happens to go to a song with the same message, this time directed towards their fans, in a much more enjoyable piece. Let me hear a fraction of time is lost inside. We're reaching our last second. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this song does not eliminate the stiffness I heard until the end, but it doesn't stick out nearly as much. You still hear those moments, but both Lilo and Petri seem like some weight has been taken off of their shoulders with this new project of theirs. And unlike their last single, the stiff moments are ignorable. I can actually put these aside and enjoy this song. Their new sound is still experimental, clearly, but I can enjoy this song through and through. It just makes me smile each time I hear it, and I came back to listen to it much more than I expected to. Good job here, guys. Looking forward to that next single. Where's the last guardian? Where's the last guardian? Number 19. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. In a year that allowed shitty Vine dance songs to get popular, I've been under the impression that America no longer has boundaries on what a musician is. That is until a few months ago when I met someone who liked this shitty Vine trash and actually told me that people who wrote songs based on or around video games aren't real musicians. Anyone who agrees with that can go fuck themselves. And just to pour salt on the wound, I made sure this was a Five Nights at Freddy's song. You're welcome. It's what we're made to do. You act like we're to blame. I'm lost to hide yourself when really it makes us the same. A couple hours, but it's feeling like days. You're running out of power, leave you mangled and wanting away. I first got into Nate Wants to Battle when my brother showed me his cover of Resonance, one of my favorite anime themes of all time. Well, he, as well as several other musicians that got into Five Nights at Freddy's, released songs and albums centered around the Ford games and the lore behind them. Mangled is my personal favorite from Nate's album. The original was released last year, but he remastered it and released the music video to YouTube a couple months ago. It's made a much better case for the song, and it creates some great atmosphere, almost as if you're immersed in the game once more. And with how many songs there were centered around this game series, there were a shit ton to choose from, this was the one I ended up listening to the most. So, good job, Nate. Looking to hear more from you. Where's the last guardian? Where's the last guardian? Number 18. I got the date of this guy's new album release wrong last time I talked about him, and in a sense, I'm sort of happy I did, because now I get to talk about songs like this. When we Strify. Didn't expect to be talking about you so soon. This song serenades me, and that's not a phrase I use very often. This song makes me melt in my seat and puts me in a trance that I haven't experienced in years. I analyze music quite a bit, but the first few times I listened to this, it quite literally made my brain shut off. I couldn't analyze the lyrics, how they related to the song title, or how they related to the concept of the album. As usual, Jack's vocals are the best part of this song, just as the instrumentation wants it to be. But no matter how much it serenades me, the release of the music video was a bit off for me. It's a bit awkward, and I think that was supposed to be the point. But, yeah. I started listening to this song a lot less than I used to after its release, just because it started becoming the thing that I imagine most. Sorry, Jack, but this song would have been much higher up if not for this. Number 17. The vast majority of Just Like You is just fucking awesome. I'm only peevish with one song, and this is the only one that I cringe at. I like falling in reverse now. Shut up. It's so hard to be together, and I try, but it won't get better. Just Like You is FIR's best album to date. It's their most personal work out there. We've gotten a taste of Ronnie Radke's backstory and other songs, but the vast majority of this album is a straight huck shot of no bullshit raw emotion. I fell in love with Chemical Prisoner from the word go. Not just because it's a song about struggling with your own drug addiction, but considering the circumstances of the song, how much harder it's become. I miss a phone call from a friend I knew the other day. It's strange, it changed my life forever. A couple days go by, I found out that he passed away. Yeah, that verse right there, that hit hard. So hard, in fact, that I had to go buy the album the next day. Very few songs actually do that to me. So well done, FIR. Can't wait for what you got next. Number 16. Guys, what are you doing? I can't say I'm too surprised that BERA's follow-up to She Saw Bridges Burn isn't the best, but damn, you guys are capable of so much better. Especially you, Seika. You are such a beautiful singer, but this time through was just so lackluster. Like, I expect so much better from you. What is that? Shit, man, I forgot about Daimei. Okay, let me explain. This is Seik's other band. Now, when I started Music You Should Hear, I skipped Daimei because they didn't have much material out when I got started. When more music came out, it was good, but in comparison to BERA, it wasn't much to look at. On top of this beautiful work, I have a big soft spot for what I call haunting melodies. Musical numbers that are beautiful and melodic, but carry some dark undertones to them. And this song, especially in its beginning, is just that. Combined with the choir background and what is in my opinion, Sake's best vocal performance by far, you have an absolutely enchanting song worth every listen. Number 15. Last year, I released a best songs list of 2015 to my Facebook account for my friends to see. And on the honorable mentions, I made an entire list of people that I swore to myself I was going to include, but I accidentally did not. And one of the bands in particular just so happens to be an act out of Germany known as Forever in Combat. Never have I felt as bad as when I realized I forgot one of the upcoming acts to feature on Music You Should Hear. It was a major oh shit kind of moment, and I haven't let myself live it down for some time. This song was originally going to be an honorable mention, but with the expansion to a top 20 list, I think it's about time the guys got a more formal introduction. Let me start off by saying that Timo, their lead vocalist, has a very good range in his ability to scream, and his harmony on that sung chorus is actually very enjoyable. The composition allows for a well-balanced mixture of screamed and clean vocals, which isn't very easy to accomplish. Not to mention the lyrics to this song. Another song about not giving in. Clearly a trend for me this year, but honestly, the lyrics provide a new depth to that topic. It stirs the pot a little. And if you can do that and have me go back for repeated listens, you more than deserve a mention here. Number 14. It's kind of pointless to talk about this song as much as I have already, but you know what? Screw it. It's too good to ignore. Maxime, I'm sorry. I praised this song on Music You Should Hear a lot, and really, Reckoning was originally my #1 song of the year. I heard nothing that impressed me nearly as much as this song did, and I still listen to it as much as I did when I first heard it. But later on in the year, I found a song that debunked Reckoning off of the #1 spot and into the regular rankings. And with other songs that I felt, Reckoning just got knocked off of the original top 10. I'm very happy I got this song back on here though, because it is, for a fact, Maxime's defining moment in music. That in being, there's no way he's gonna stop. I knew all that before, but this colossal explosion pack sealed the deal for me. Well done, Max. Number 13. It's real hard for me to find a song that talks about how you care about another human being that doesn't reference sex. At least, not one that I can enjoy listening to that doesn't sound awkward. But this song, yeah, this one works. This song is amazing. It's one of the few all-inclusive tunes that have come into existence. I honestly wondered if I could justify putting this above both Lights and Reckoning, but at the same time, I couldn't justify putting it below them either. This song is about holding the person you care about the most. Not kissing, not about to have sex, just holding each other because you care. It paints an absolutely beautiful picture. And not to mention that very well-made rap verse.
Yo, if I'm stressing you, that blessing is sent from heaven. These days start to feel like hours, and hours feel more like seconds. people judge us, they couldn't see the connection. When I look at you, it's like I'm looking back at my reflection. I don't see nothing different, our pigments, they coincide. We hold each other so tight, they couldn't break us if they tried. My eyes are those of the blind, I see no color or size. I feel the love in your touch and I trust what's inside your mind, okay.
That defied my expectations. Rap verses that show up on pop songs, they typically damage a song very, very quickly. But this one enhances the song to its absolute best potential. Honestly, if not for how its superiors touched my heart, it would be a lot higher.
We hold each other. We hold each other. Where's the last guardian? Where's the last guardian?
Number 12. Here's something I thought I would never say. The Black Eyed Peas are officially redeemed.
We going back to the front, give them what they want. Back to the past, retro class. Back to the leader, back to review. Take them back to the future, take them to the true school. Cause we was breaking atoms, live at the barbecue. Now we reminiscing, pumping audio too. Listening to niggas with the attitudes. Apple with some black sheep stream.
This right here is the Peas version of Survival, only better. Fergie's out of the act, much to my relief. And the three of them are all present for the first time in years, especially Taboo, who I feel hasn't had a rap verse since Where Is the Love? I just showed how old I was by remembering that, but really I don't care. These three not only made a song about learning from their mistakes and promising for better, but the samples really take you back to yesterday. Holy crap.
Because I'm fat like that, I rock like that because I gotta like that. And I'm ill like that, skilled like that. Feel our peas cause I feel like that.
These would feel out of place in any other song, but the Peas pull it off extremely well. I don't know if that's because of the beat or because of the title of the song or what, but it's enjoyable with each and every listen. Number 11. Songs that typically make my year-end lists are, obviously, songs that were released in that given year. But I do make an exception. If your song is released a month before the new year, give or take a week, you have a chance for qualifying for the list if I like it enough. Can't say I expected that out of a pop musician. Least of all Pitbull.
I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I got just enough to get off in this club and have me a good time before my time is up. Hey, let's get it now. Ooh.
This song was released just in time to qualify for this list. Now, last year in 2014, I didn't put it on my list because I didn't like it nearly as much, but now that a year's gone by and I've listened to it more, hell yes! This is the second collaboration Pitbull's done with Neo, and it's by far their best. It's still a party song, just like you'd expect, but it's more in the viewpoint of the lower-class American, where, in sight of their rent being due and unable to be paid, they decide to have one more good night. The structure in this song is actually very fitting. Pitbull's rapping about the party, obviously, and how much of a good time these people are having, but then there's Neo, whose vocals are actually pretty damn sad. Sort of a way to say, let me have this one final night before the worst comes. The situation of the song is both identifiable and enjoyable. A song that makes me happy just to be alive, and you know what? At the end of the day, that's the best part about it. Okay, that's a lot of awesome for one day. I need a break. I'm Kumarai Fang, and I'll be around next time with part 2 of this list. Stay tuned.
Let's get it now.